you the snow never.
Drunk octopus. Good morning, this is Di. I am so excited because it is finally getting to be springy enough that it is light in the morning and I can vlog again. So I'm on my way into work. After work, I have plans with Vicki. I shot some footage previously that didn't make it into one of the vlogs because I simply ran out of time. So I want to run that footage now. Say it isn't so painful to tell me that you're just satisfied. So Vicki got me the box set of Daryl Hall and John Oates, Hall & Oates, for Christmas, and I'm playing it in the car. I've been subjecting Caleb to a lot of it because I'm trying to make him a Hall & Oates fan. I have the best story about the Hall & Oates concert because I went with Vicki when we were in high school, and after the concert we went and found the tour bus and we stood between the tour bus and the band. It was actually kind of an overlook and you could see them coming out of the stage door and then walking to the bus. She said, oh, we're gonna see them that way. I was like, that's a crazy idea. And so we stood around for probably a half hour with probably 100 other fans waiting and waiting. And then she was right. They absolutely walked from the back doors out to the tour bus and we got to totally see the band. And so it was like the coolest thing. So then years later, I took Caleb on a trip to Washington, D.C., and he actually timed out my trip by when there was going to be a Ben Folds concert. Ben Folds was playing with the National Symphony Orchestra, and so he was wanting to see that. And the Kennedy Center, where the National Symphony plays, is in D.C., so we just timed out the trip so that we'd get to go. And we got to the National Symphony and we got to hear Ben Folds and hear him with the orchestra, and that was all great. But then afterwards I said, do you want to go see him after? We're gonna stand between the stage doors and the tour bus. And he's like, that's not gonna work. I said, oh yes it is. And so we headed over. It was a warm day, it was summer, and it was so nice out too, and it was beautiful. Kennedy Center is gorgeous and it was beautiful out. And so we went out there and stood, and sure enough there was this like 16-year-old kid. Oh no, he was younger than that. Anyway, a kid had been a whole bunch of Ben Folds concerts there with his parents, and he was like totally knew he was going to see the band when they came out because he'd done it before. And so I knew we were in the right place. Unfortunately, at the very last minute, about 35 people came out of the woodwork, and so when Ben Folds came out there was a whole group, which is too bad. But he did autograph Caleb's iPod with all of his Ben Folds music on it, so that was so cool. So he got to actually, for a second, meet Ben Folds, and that was because Vicki and I, way back in the day, going to a Hall & Oates concert. So that just tells me that Caleb desperately needs to become a huge Hall & Oates fan. And next, you should see me with Vicki. Thanks. I am at Red Robin because I only vlog at Red Robin now. We are going to see the Daryl Hall and John Oates live in Dublin. Well, not live. Live in Dublin, but it isn't live, is it? I thought it was recorded.
Oh, it's recorded, yeah.
It's recorded.
It's recorded.
It's recorded.
We're gonna go see that.
Yay.
And we'll pretend that we're at a real concert and relive being, what, 16, 17? Well, we're gonna relive that memory.
I thought about like dressing 80s today. Like I feel like I should have a side pony and like wear fluorescent colors, but I didn't do it because I had to work today.
No, I have a feeling the target audience is all going to be our demographic, and they're going to all pretty much look like us.
I will try to sneak the camera out and we can count how much gray hair is there.
We don't have any gray hairs, we cover it up.
Exactly. Okay, and how much fake blonde hair there is. Remember when we went to Rick Springfield? There was nothing but fake blonde hair and leather jackets?
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
Yeah. This should be far less painful because at least Daryl Hall and John Oates are actual musicians. So the show just got done. There were 6 of us in the theater. In this theater, there were 6 people, but that was nice because we had it to ourselves except for one person kept chatting. I was like, really? Seriously? There's only 6 of them? Yeah. I was caught up in the technical aspect because you could, in the show, they used a lot of, we were talking about, they used a lot of handheld cameras and you could see everything really up close, which just meant to me I was just fixated in all the technical things. I was like, Oh my gosh. Okay, so John Oates has one monitor and in-ear monitors. So I don't know what the floor monitor is for, except for like if he rips one of his ears out, then he's got a floor monitor. Daryl Hall has 4 floor monitors and no in-ears.
So, and none of that means anything to me. I was busy watching things like, oh, look, there's a little screen with the lyrics. And even with the lyrics, he still managed to really bungle up one of the songs.
What we have, the current lyric is up, and then what's coming is down below it. And then it slides. Someone switches the slides. This was scrolling up like a teleprompter, which probably isn't the best plan in the world, apparently.
But even so, it was really, really fun. And it was fun to kind of see the real close-up view of what was going on stage.
Yeah, they're really old.
They are. But we're not. We're still 17.
Not.
We're still 17.
We weren't as old as the people in the audience. All those Irish people were just ancient, and we are still very young.
Yeah, there you go.
I thought it was funny that at the beginning of the show, Daryl Hall was saying about how their songs are timeless, and they don't show the era at all. And I was thinking every single song sounded like it was exactly from the era it was from.
Yeah, they did a lot from the early 70s stuff, and then they kind of saved the poppy 80s stuff till the very end, but
They did.
It sounds like the era it's from, which is not a bad thing.
No.
It's fun.
Just own it, that there's all those doo-wops and the pads on the keyboard and just everything was all very 70s. The drummer. Okay, so the drummer, like, he makes this face the entire show. He was like but he was a jazz drummer, which is interesting because I just saw Whiplash, and because you could tell by, he had the technique where he holds the drumstick like this. So they had a jazz drummer, which I have no idea why, because they played nothing but rock songs the entire time, pop songs.
The auxiliary percussion guy, I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
That was fun. He was really fun.
Yeah, and he could do backing vocals, and he was directing everyone. Oh, I was disappointed that they didn't mic the house, because when we have in-ear monitors on, of course, they have mic'd the audience so we can hear what they're saying in our monitors, like if they're singing along. And the Irish people were like crazy singing along, and we heard none of it. Did you notice that in the encore?
No, I didn't notice any of that.
I noticed in the encore they were singing all of the words to You're a Rich Girl, and Daryl Hall was just singing like little things over it, but we couldn't hear what they were singing. And they didn't pan to them either.
Now that you say that, I kind of remember that, but I didn't notice it at the time when it was going on. Maybe that's because I was kind of singing to myself anyway, so.
Yeah, by that time I'd just totally given up and was singing along. Like, how can you stay quiet? No, it's sing-along music.
Yeah, we're lucky since there were only 6 people in here that we weren't getting up and like dancing in the aisles.
I considered it in the last song. I considered going up to the front. I thought it might be distracting to the other 5 people. However, had one person done it, I would have committed.
There you go.
Lesson learned. Next time I'm in an empty movie theater and I'm only going to offend 5 people, I will go to the front and mosh.
Anyway, it was fun.
It was fun. I think that's enough. So I'll probably end the vlog here. Oh, shoot. But we have our special segment. And now it's time for Star Subscriber. Star Subscriber is the time that we get to honor one of the people who has subscribed to my channel. To subscribe to a YouTube channel, all you have to do is go down and click the red subscribe button. If you have never subscribed to a YouTube channel before, it'll make you create a Google Plus account. That's how Google operates. So, let's see who our Star Subscriber is. Today's Star Subscriber is B. Wesley. Oh, I'm so excited that it's B. Wesley. B. Wesley is a young man that I met at Vlogger Fair last year, and he has a YouTube channel called B. Wesley. He spells it B-E-E-W-E-S-L-E-Y. And it is an awesome channel where he reviews video games and stuff, and he just has a great personality, and he really knows what he's doing. He's going to be an awesome YouTuber the rest of his life, I can totally tell, and it was just an honor to meet him. What a privilege to meet him at Vlogger Fair. We just happened to be standing side by side and ended up striking up a conversation. So I am so glad that he subscribed to my channel, and I can't wait to see him next year at Vlogger Fair. So thank you, B. Wesley, our Star Subscriber of the day. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. For now, I will say goodnight. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.
Get out of here. Go. Leave. It's over. Get out of here. Go.